Welcome to the wonderful world of drawing. I'm your host, Jeremy Stoltz. We are on Season 2, Episode 273, Day 1 of Inktober. Ready to get our spookies on? Alright, so I'm trying to work on getting this paper cut and ready. I didn't think to pre-plan some cuts, so I'm like, I don't want to work on a sheet this size. But while I also don't want to work on sketch card size, I was thinking of doubling up today. So I'm doing 2 sketch cards by 2 sketch cards. So these are normally 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to work on 5 by 7. And I've never used this paper yet before, so we're going to see how this holds up. There it is. Pull this down a little bit so I can give myself some room to cut. That's the right size, space. I bought this to try to use for sketch cards, but I figured I might as well test out some Inktober right now. So that's 5. Let's get the 7 in here. Love you too, Bumpkin.
What you making?
I'm making a sketch card right now, or a drawing card, so that I can.
Draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I make shadows on my papers whenever I'm done with something. And
Yeah.
I don't know what to use it. And I don't know what to do with the paper. I just start going like this with my pencil.
Okay.
And I make dark shadows.
Very cool.
And then I take the top of my eraser and I like spin it like this, like a glue or something. And it's wood.
Yep.
I do it a little bit and put some smiles on it. Align with that. Make sure it's enough. And
Okay.
it's kind of like a shadow. My first one was a shadow that flushed the do.
Oh, wow.
That works.
Yes, it does. All right, where's this line? I use this for my sample piece. All right, so that's going to be the size that I'm going to try to work with. Hello, Miss Badgers. Fun. Yeah, so on the side of my mouse, I've got these 2 buttons here, and if I accidentally tap one of these, one is a forward and one is a backwards, and it'll knock me back to whatever, and I just happened to bump it, and it knocked me out of the... All right. I hate the fact that I was on my mobile earlier and was commenting on stuff, and I'm now getting all the messages over here on this. So my Haps is just going off in the corner saying, "Hey, this person said hello. That person said this. Lindsay replied to that." So when I look down, I'm like, "Well, Lindsay replied to what?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was from last hour's broadcast." I wish it would recognize that I was on there, ended on there. This is how I knew I don't need all the old messages from that previous. It's just annoying. See, and that's why I asked you if you had any movie ideas for what you were doing, because I was like, I didn't want to influence, I didn't want to be like, okay, this is where she's probably going to go. So I was like, let's see if she's even thinking that. And then, yeah, sorry, I'm stealing all your ideas all the time. And see, I figured that maybe because you had yours pre-planned and picked out a little bit, that I wouldn't, that I wouldn't step on your toes. I know it's just a coincidence how often we're getting that close to each other in what we're wanting to do. So, have you watched Doom Patrol at all over on HBO? And then I seen Julie went live too, like right before I went live, and I was like, oh man, I haven't seen Julie live in a while. I would have liked to have gone on and seen her, but alas, I have work to do. See, and that's one reason why I don't like to make pre-planned stuff for mine, because it's like, depending on my mood or whatnot, like I could write that I want to, like last night for example, with Multiverse, I originally wanted to do a Flash with two other Flashes on each side of him, so a total of 5 Flashes. And I have not, and I didn't feel it yesterday, and I did not want to make something that looked crappy. So That's where I just went with just a logo because I couldn't bring myself to make it, just crudly. Well, most days I have no idea. It's like I was saying with listening to Des yesterday. With how she had all these fundamental reasons behind a lot of her artwork, and I was like, I wish I could say that about a third of my stuff, but I mean, honestly, I don't really have stories about hardly any of mine outside of, well, I was just doing something for a daily challenge, and that's why I did it. I wish I was healthier feeling. Home finally! I did too, and I watched up until about a little bit after 8, and my head was hurting. Um, and so I had to shut it off and take a small nap before I got on here because I'm just I'm feeling better, but I'm not. I'm not feeling good at all. Yeah, and my sleeping habits since unemployment have gotten just horrible. I mean, I'm not waking up till like 12:30, 1 o'clock every day, going to bed at like 4 or 5 in the morning. All right, let's see how this experiment goes, shall we? Yeah, my fever. I only ran the fever for 3 days, 2 to 3 days. My fever has been gone since Wednesday. Um, my achiness on the body though, like especially around my neck and head. But I know I'm still congested. I can still hear it when I talk. Like my nose just feels like it's just full of crud. some pencils out because I always tend to need one. All right, so there's the Inktober list. Where is this? Okay. Sunset, meh. It was nice to see him and Pablo jump into CS's. All right. This is the older of the two inks, so I think I'm going to hold off on this. And I think I'm going to use some more of this. I bought this before Samantha was born, so this is at least 13-year-old ink. I wish I had some type of date on it so I could tell you when I got it. Did I put it away? I put it away. Let's see where I can progress with this stuff. Oh, art gods, who art thou watching down on me? Let's get in close so we can see all my mistakes. I'll put that up here. I've never done this, so I don't know. Let's test it a little bit. Okay, so it does not hold a whole lot, and it gets faint pretty quick. Now I also want to see. Okay, so it holds the ink pretty well, doesn't smear. So that's a good test. Okay, I think I can work with this. Let's give it a shot. Hey there, Murphy, Mr. CS. Uh, Black and white just for this month. Next month, if I want to, I will color them. But for Inktober, I like to keep them strictly just pencil and ink for this month. Did you? It's really, I think, my first time ever drawing anything from Dark Crystal. Uh oh, I froze up. No. Okay, how's that? All right. I have internet again. That is one of the first things when I get gainfully employed again that I'm doing is getting our own internet here because it is way too spotty having it the way we have it. Okay. Yeah, I know to cancel out the browser quick now and get back in before it drops the stream. All right. When I first started using one of these, I used to think that the sound that I was making of the tip dragging across the paper was that I was doing something bad. So I stopped using it because I'd never really seen anyone use it. I'm like, oh, I must be using this wrong. And it wasn't until after I'd seen some professionals use it, I'm like, oh, okay, they make that noise too. Yeah, I've never used the brush one yet, but this right here is an actual inking nib.
His brother's going to join. His brother's going to join. Who are you drawing? Okay, well, you're doing good, Papa.
Thank you, baby.
Okay.
Love you too.
Okay, fine. Go.
Welcome there, Car Hunger. Thank you. Hmm. This almost reminds me of The Shining. The music.
And it's a south, there's east, west, and north. Northeast, west, south, southwest. The Rockies are south, north, south. Arizona. South, north, south, and south. That's
Hey, Julie. Did we? Nice. Did you decide to go with traditional dip pen and brushwork as well? Because I am decided that this Inktober I'm not using any multi-liners. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever attempted to use anything like this. It certainly is taking me a lot longer to get stuff done, though. But I'm assuming that as I practice with it during this month, that I will pick up some techniques. You make a mess. So far, I have not. But I'm also being very cautious and careful because, like I said, I've not really used this stuff too much. Right? I don't think I've ever drawn one of these before. So this is a first for me. Man, I just ate not too long ago, and I'm feeling like I need to eat or pass out type thing. Definitely have to get something to eat here in a little bit. Might even have to make this a two-parter show because I don't think I can get through my Drawloween without grabbing something to eat. So I did take my medicine, so we're good there. Thank you, Chris. All right, now for this thing in the background. Yeah, this is the first time I've done an Inktober using a dip pen or using any type of brushwork. I've only used one of these things a few different times in my life, and I figured it's time to practice and work on something a little different. Quite a bit different than using the multi-liners. Okay, I will definitely look forward to seeing it, Julie. Oh, I bet. Yeah, no, that is crazy because, like I said, you were just pulling your page out when I stopped in just to say, hey, I see you're on. Hopefully, things go well with your show. I had to get mine going, so I didn't. Oops, I didn't have a chance to see even what you were doing. They're going to make that almost all black right there. So you're going to do a venue with a free craft fair. It's kind of far, so you're nervous about sales, matching gas, and it's on Halloween. Plus, you're going to go alone. Ugh. Well, blessings to you. Woo-hoo. Halloween, I'll actually be down pretty close to you. I'll be in South Carolina. My son's getting married on Halloween, so probably the closest that I've been to you since, the baby was born, and I went down there. Now, the interesting thing about this, too, is this is actually watercolor paper. I wanted to see how it was going to hold up to ink. Oh, that is good, Julie. Yeah, hopefully they can fit you back in. See, I don't want to color all the way up to the crystal with this because when and if I do get around to coloring this, I want to have a faint glow going around it of the color of the crystal. So I need to leave some room for that. Okay, there we go. Inktober, day 1 done. Yes, this will not get, I'm not worried about coloring this until next month, so this can sit for a whole entire month before this ever gets erased. And yes, it will stay nice and calm. Well, I'm just trying some new techniques. I'm glad that it resonates and goes well. Now to put the ink back inside the bottle. And one medicine bottle, or one medicine cap from cough medicine. Works really well. I do because I don't want to have to dip into this. So it's got a little nozzle on it. I can pour out how much I need, and then I just keep it inside the little medicine like this. And if I need to at the end, I can just yep, there you go. Nice, fresh, clean And then that's the excess stuff left over. Yeah, like I said, I like this to be able to dip in and out of, because I know how much I'm putting on. Like if I dip into here, it's completely dark. I can't tell, how much is in or how far in the brush goes. See, now as far as for mixing goes, I use, like if I were to mix paints, I use empty egg containers. Like so. This is a very old one, but here's one that here's some old dried up ink that I just poured into here, and then actually got to get this one cleaned up, and maybe I can use this. I forgot all about this being up there. Plus, this will be a nice place that you can use to hold your stuff so they don't get all over the place. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and end this, even though I've got another drawing yet to do tonight. I'm going to end this, get something to eat, and I may or may not be back to do the Drawloween one live. Welcome, Luke. This cold is just kicking my butt. Well, every day is like a weekend to me right now that I don't have a job. So right now it's all kind of blending together. But I am going to definitely do my best to try to get healthier, so I can get on out there. Soup. I wish I could eat soup. I wish I could. I wish I might. I did have some grilled cheese today, so it's kind of like almost having soup. Yeah, well, my job is still there. I'm just no longer with them. But yeah, there's some of the detail on this page here. And as you can see, the paper did not really warp, which is nice. It doesn't have the feel of traditional watercolor paper as far as it has that real grainy grittiness to it. It is Artist Loft watercolor. And the reason why I got it is because it's 140 pound. And I wanted to see specifically how well it would hold up, which we can do a little test here because I don't know how this stuff holds up to marker. All right. Actually, this stuff doesn't seem to do marker too bad. It does bleed a little bit. If this does bleed just a little bit more than normal paper because of the watercolorness to it, but I think as long as I'm careful with the markers when I use it on this paper, I think it'll work out okay. Is that the one where it shows the couple guys bouncing up and down? Or was that a different one? Oh my god, yes, I did see that. I showed my wife. I was like, "Oh my god, look at this. This is awesome." Yes, that was good. I was happy to see. All right, so yeah, I got a big month ahead of me. I got to see whether or not I can actually do this whole month with brush and pen like this. Obviously, this took me an hour and a half to do, whereas something like this with the sketch pens would have probably been 25-30 minutes. So I'm hoping that I'll pick up my speed a little bit when I get around to doing it. But we'll see how this works out. That's funny. His head was gonna explode. Yeah. So like I said, we'll figure out. Hopefully, I can keep up the stuff all month long, and we will go. Yeah, faster, faster. I will definitely work faster, my friend. I will work faster. But thank you guys for being here. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I may or may not be back to do my live draw Halloween. If not, I will draw it and just post it. But my goal is to get both of these done on the show each day. But as long as I'm getting them done, I'm not going to argue too much. I just haven't figured out how I want to handle my draw Halloween stuff yet, and I don't want to sit here for another hour figuring it out. Um, but yeah, if you get a notification that I'm on live again, you'll know what I'm doing. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. And if not, we'll see you back later in the next day.